Hello reception, it's Miss Wright here. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're all having a nice day today. So I've come today to teach you a lesson all about sea creatures. Okay, so we've finished our topic now of traditional tales, and our new topic is going to be all about water. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn about things to do with under the sea and lots of different animals and sea creatures. This is one of my favourite topics. I find it really, really interesting. And we get to learn lots and lots of information about different sea creatures, and some of them I'm sure you will really, really enjoy learning about. So I hope you're sitting beautifully, and I hope you're listening carefully, and I hope you're ready to learn. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share something with you on the screen. So hopefully you'll be able to see me, and also you'll be able to see this PowerPoint. Okay, so we're going to work through it together. Okay, and it says here at the top, it says, under the sea, what can you see? Okay, so on this first page here, you can see a diver, and then at the bottom, we've got a crab, and I can see a seahorse in the corner here, and also at the top, I can see a sea turtle, and here we've got a shell, and inside the shell, it looks like there's an egg in the shell, doesn't it? I wonder what that's going to grow into. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work through this PowerPoint together, and it's a type of game, and it's a guessing game. And at the top here, it says, what am I looking at? And here on the screen, you can see a pair of binoculars, okay? And behind the binoculars, there's something hidden behind this black screen here. Okay, and we have to work out what it is. So the binoculars are going to move on the screen, and then hopefully you'll be able to work out what's hidden behind. So if you're paying attention, maybe you can try and work it out. Some of them you might know really well, and some of them you might find a little bit tricky, but let's see what we can do, okay? So I'm going to let the binoculars move around the screen, see if you can work it out. There we go. Oh, did you see that then? Did you see that? I wonder if you can work it out what it was. Let's see if you were right. It's a clownfish. So this is a clownfish. Clownfish are very beautiful fish. They're very brightly coloured. They're usually orange, and they've got stripes here. They've got white stripes. And if you've ever seen the film Finding Nemo, you might have seen this fish before. It's a really, really good film. And Nemo, he is a clownfish. So it's a very, very beautiful fish, and they live deep in the ocean. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So it says at the bottom here, let's read it together. What am I looking at? Now this one, I don't think this one is actually a sea creature. See if you can work out what it is. It's not actually an animal, this one. Are you ready? Oh, I wonder if you can work it out. It's a diver. So this man has gone underwater. He has gone diving. So he might be a scientist. He might be searching for something under the ocean. Maybe he's gone to have a look at what's living under there. And here he's got flippers to help him swim. And because people can't breathe underwater, he's actually using this tank here, and he's got a mask on his face. And inside the tank is something called oxygen, and the oxygen is helping him breathe while he's underwater. Because if he was underwater for too long without any oxygen, any air, then he wouldn't be able to survive. So that's why he's got this on his back while he's swimming. Oh, look at that. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, I think this one's quite an easy one. You might be able to work this one out when the binoculars move. So let's read this at the bottom. It says, what am I looking at? So ready for the binoculars? So they're going to move. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Can you see that? Oh, I think you might be able to get that one. Should we see what it is? It's a crab. This is a crab. Look at that. It says crabs have 10 legs. However, the first pair are its claws. So here at the front, we've got its claws. You see there. These are the front pair of legs. And crabs actually walk sideways. And they tend to live on the sand or in caves. And they like to hide because the sun, when the sun gets very hot, it burns them. And they can't survive unless they've got shelter. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. This one's quite tricky. So at the bottom here, it says, what am I looking at? So are we ready for the binoculars? Off we go. Oh, did you get it? Shall we have a look? That one's quite tricky, actually. Well, this is a crab as well, but this is a different type of crab. This is actually called a hermit crab. Let's see if you can say that by yourself. A hermit crab. So a hermit crab, so you can see it's inside a shell here. And it says hermit crabs often exchange. So to exchange means to swap. So hermit crabs often swap shells with other hermit crabs to get a better one. So if a crab is growing and they're in a small shell, they're going to need a bigger shell. And often they swap shells with each other. And sometimes they fight for their shells. They might fight each other. Okay. So there's a really, really good video about hermit crabs. So parents, on the home learning grid, I've placed a video about hermit crabs. It's really, really good video. It's really interesting. And it's a David Attenborough video, and it's just a 4-minute clip, and it just shows the hermit crab swapping shells, and it's really, really clever how they do it, and the children will find it really interesting. They usually love to watch this video, so please do take a look at that as well. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So at the bottom here, it says, what am I looking at? Are you ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. Well, I think I just saw its tail at the back. Are we ready? It begins with a D. It's a dolphin. This is a dolphin. So it says dolphins do not drink water like we do because most of the water they swim in is salt water. So instead, dolphins get all of the water they need from the fish that they eat. So if you think about yourself, you drink water throughout the day, or you might drink juice, but you drink some kind of liquid throughout the day because you need water to survive. If you didn't have any water, you wouldn't be able to survive. Now, a dolphin, if you imagine all this water that the dolphin is swimming in, but it doesn't actually like to drink it because it's very salty. So they actually, when a fish is swimming, a fish will drink the water, and the dolphin uses the water that's inside the fish to be able to survive. So that's how they survive. They don't actually like to drink the water itself. They get the water from the fish that they eat. That's very interesting, isn't it? And a dolphin, this is really interesting. A dolphin actually sleeps with one eye open and one eye closed. Okay, and that's to keep their eye on things that might be coming to eat them. So they're actually always aware of what's going on around them. Okay, this one, I think you might actually get this one. You might know what this one's called. So at the top here, it says, what am I looking at? Okay, so you can see there's a little clue here behind the binoculars. We're ready. Off we go. Oh, you might get this one. Wonder what it is. Begins with a J. It's jellyfish. These are jellyfish. Okay, an interesting fact about a jellyfish, they actually don't have a brain. So jellyfish don't have a brain, and they eat small fish. And what they do to catch their fish, if you look here, if you can see my arrow on the screen moving around, these here, these really long things are called tentacles, And what jellyfish do with their tentacles is they use the tentacles to sting the fish, and it stops the fish from moving. So once they've been stung, they can't move. And the jellyfish do that so that they can catch the fish more easily, so that the fish don't swim away. So once the fish has been stung, it can't move. And then the jellyfish do that to help them bring the fish to them so they can eat them. It's really interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's go on to the next one. You might be able to get this one. I'll give you a little clue about this one. It's actually got 8 legs. You might be able to work this one out. Okay, so it says at the top here, it says, what am I looking at? Okay, are you ready for the binoculars? Off we go. Look at that. Did you see that then? It's an octopus. So this is an octopus. So like I said, an octopus has 8 legs. Okay, and they live in the ocean, and they like to eat other fish and crabs, and sometimes they eat sea turtles as well, and they catch the food with their long arms. And a really interesting fact about an octopus is they actually have 3 hearts. So if you can put your hand on your chest, and you'll be able to feel your heart beating. So an octopus actually has 3 hearts, and their blood is the colour blue. It's very interesting, isn't it? Let's go on to the next one. Ready? So at the top here, read it with me. What am I looking at? Okay, so let's see what's hidden here. I can see something yellow here. Off we go. Well, that was quite tricky, isn't it? Should we see if you can work it out? This is a seahorse. Can you see that here? There's its eyes. Okay. So a seahorse, a really, really interesting fact about a seahorse. If you think about when you eat throughout the day, so you'll have your breakfast, your lunch, and your tea. So you've got 3 meals there. And then you might also have a snack in the morning or a snack in the afternoon. So you might eat around 5 times a day. But a seahorse, to be able to survive, they have to eat around 30 to 50 times a day. That's a lot, isn't it? And they need all of that food to be able to survive. They're just constantly eating all the time to be able to live. Wow, goodness me. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Oh, there we go. Oh, did you see that? So what am I looking at? So this one, I think the boys will like this one. This one's a very greedy creature. This is a shark. Look at this shark. Goodness me. So here's its mouth. It's hiding all its sharp teeth here. And then its fin on its back here. Okay. So sharks live all over the ocean, and they eat fish, and sometimes they also eat other sharks depending how big it is. Okay, and a shark has an amazing sense of smell, and they use their smell to be able to hunt. They're really good hunters. They use their smell to be able to detect when they can sense something around them that they want to eat. Okay, so that's how they catch their food, by their sense of smell. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It says at the top here, what am I looking at? Well, we've got a bit of a clue here. I can see like a little arm here sticking out. I wonder what it could be. Let's see if you can spot the shape when the binoculars move. Are you ready? Off we go. There it is. Oh, did you see that shape then? I think you might be able to work this one out. It's a starfish. So a starfish, it says here, starfish do not have a brain. Can you remember which other creature didn't have a brain? That's right, it was the jellyfish. So a jellyfish and a starfish, they don't have a brain. Okay. So starfish, they find their food as well by using their sense of smell. And some starfish, this one here, let's count the arms on it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's got 5 arms, but some starfish actually have up to 40 arms. Goodness me. Maybe after this video, maybe what you could do with your mummies or your daddies or your grown-up is you could maybe see if you can find together some different pictures on the internet of some different types of starfish. See if you can find one with lots and lots of arms on it. Okay, that would be really interesting, wouldn't it? Okay, let's go on to the next one. I think this is the last one here. So it says, what am I looking at? Now here behind the binoculars, you can actually see some buildings. So I think this photo has actually been taken above the water, not below it. This one might have been taken by somebody on a boat, maybe. I wonder what it could be. Are you ready? Off we go. Did you see that then? Are we ready? Look at that. It's a whale. You can see its tail here. Look at that. Goodness me. This is a blue whale. It says here, the blue whale is the largest animal ever to have lived on planet Earth. So we live on planet Earth, don't we? And the blue whale is the biggest animal to have ever lived on our planet. It's absolutely ginormous. Okay, it's bigger than a car. It's probably about the same size as a lorry, actually. Could even be bigger. Goodness me. And whales can shoot water really high as well. Okay, well, that's the end. So reception, thank you so much for watching. And I really, really hope that you've enjoyed that lesson today. I hope you've really enjoyed learning about lots and lots of different sea creatures. So see if you can maybe try and think of an animal that you've really, really enjoyed learning about, one of your favourites, and maybe you could go back and you could learn a little bit more information about it. Maybe you could research it with your mummy or your daddy if you've got the internet at home, okay, or some books maybe. And there is also another session on the home learning grid for parents to have a look at. There's a writing video on there as well about writing some fact files. So what you could maybe do is watch this video maybe a couple of times, or just a little snippet of their favourite sections, and you could maybe just get them to have a think and try and remember the facts before they do their writing, and just get really interested about it. Like I said, there's also a video on the home learning grid. It's a really, really good video, so please do take a look at it, of some hermit crabs actually exchanging their shells, and the children, whenever we show this video, the children find it really, really interesting and they really enjoy watching it. So please do take a look at that. The link for that is on the home learning grid. It's just a YouTube video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed it, reception, and hopefully I will see you very, very soon. Okay, bye, see you soon.